Hello, folks. Just know that tomorrow a YouTube poop will finally be coming out. And spoiler alert, it's about something that I have always loved since I was a young kid. So yeah, there's your little hint as to what it'll be about. No, it's not cars, I'm afraid. But that's not about that. What I'm trying to tell you is something else completely different. A while back, I may have told you that I was in driver's ed, and that was many weeks ago that I finished up my 3 weeks of 2 hours a day from Monday to Thursday, whole thing. That was somewhat simple and easy to get done with. And eventually I did 6 whole drives and 4 observations. And today was my last drive, the sixth one. And yeah, this whole thing's come to a close. I talked to quite a lot of people, befriended a lot of them. There was a girl that got kicked out at one point, not even halfway through. She kind of deserved it. Very defiant, constantly on her phone when she didn't need to be. Serves her right. But anyways, yeah, so close to making a girlfriend at one point, but I don't know if I'll see her again. Maybe if I do, I'll get close to someone. I kind of was earlier today because all the seniors are graduating today. Today's their like whole ceremony thing, so they did a clap out thing where all the students from all the classrooms came out into the hallway and lined up and stuff like that, cheering them on as they went along. Yay! Happy graduation! Good job, Starbucks looking Frappuccino. You have now graduated to Big Boy Box. Or whatever box. If you don't get that reference, go watch Island Boys' 24-hour Walmart overnight challenge video. What a classic that is. You'll see it in the later half of the video when they're putting the stuff back. Anyways, yeah, so that was going on today. And this was happening the same day as I had my school done, Sylvan. Then I had my hour-long driver's ed thing where I would simply go in the car. My teacher, who taught us all in the same little classroom area, would sit next to me, and there was also a girl named Maya. Same way as spelling it as in, Mia, but she barely talked the whole time, basically observing me the whole time while she was on her phone. And unlike all the other times where she'd be constantly like, okay, make sure to stay on here, she was doing that, but instead of driving the same direction out of the driver's ed parking lot and all, and going in through a neighborhood and then onto the other side of a bridge area that goes over to Pitt Freeway that leads all the way downtown to Detroit, where Jeff and Sandy. Jeff's my godfather. I think you guys know all that stuff. And then driving on this side, and then coming back, and then all the way to the driver's ed section, while my house is down here. Well, yeah. Instead of doing all that repetitive crap again, which is usually fine and all, it's more so just kind of, stressful at times. I need to constantly stay focused and everything. Well, this time, instead of going that way, we'd said left, then to an intersection, then all the way to Franklin parking lot where the students would park their cars, the seniors, of course. But she was laying down all the cones, and some guys in a little green golf cart came about nicely and all and said that the parking lot was closed and stuff like that, so we couldn't do the practice thing where I would do the, parking stuff. This would be the final thing for my testing or whatever. So we had to move out of there and into a park area on the other side, into an area that I've always wanted to go to and stuff like that. And guess what? She came across a police officer who pulled up next to us and all. Not for anything wrong we did, but she just saw the car and recognized it. And it was the police officer inside there was a student who was previously of hers and stuff like that. She said, "I'm getting old. I need to retire." She's a very nice lady. I enjoy her presence a lot. What a good teacher she is. And I got to make small talk with her to say I enjoy all food. I don't go to Chick-fil-A very often, and just because I never get the chance, and how I can't stand bumpy roads. Typical fun stuff. I did my parking practice, like parallel parking and backing up. All that was really great of me. Got out. Got to see Franklin High School from a whole different perspective. Went to an intersection where McDonald's and stuff is. Went down the road and went into the area and saw my house. Not revealing where that is because privacy reasons for now. I'm not going full on Logan Paul where I reveal where I live, and then I have a ton of fangirls lining up to say hi to me. Ugh, Logan Paul. Blah. But then afterwards, after driving down that, telling them, there's where I live, there's all the Auroras, there's my cat Gracie, all my Cars diecasts, everything's all there. My camper, you name it. We went to another intersection where Luigi's Pizza is down here, and It's the road that goes all the way down to where my local Walmart and Target is. But we went further. There was a post office that we often go to, and my grandma, if you remember that, she got attacked by a taxi guy or whatever that was with her, and he pulled her by the hair. This was way last year, if you guys can remember that, like August or so. It's getting close to that. But yeah, I told him about that whole thing and the bumpy roads that used to be there until they redid it. And we went to another intersection where the freeway is and a bridge, and we usually go over another bridge and go down to Sylvan. But instead, we went onto the flipping freeway finally, and it was only one lane. We went right on and got off at the next exit. Got to go 57 miles per hour. Got off of that, and also told them about how my grandma used to live over there in that area on the other side of the freeway, further down where Looney Baker is, and then there's a big field area where the Livonia Spree takes place, which I wish I could show you videos of that, but it got canceled again this year too. Poor Spree. But yeah, I got to go up on the ramp, and then there was Aldi on the other side of the freeway, and an IHOP and Olive Garden and stuff. Home Depot. My local Meijer is also here. An AutoZone where I got taco and a few other cars from, and a bunch of other stuff is in the area. The local Costco, all that good stuff. Went down under a railroad bridge where we often go down. I see this stuff all the time, but seeing all of it together at once is kind of cool and surreal with different people. And then there's a McDonald's here. Went further down to another intersection, and guess what's at this intersection, guys? Go this way. My local Target and my local Walmart are right there. We kept going. There's an area called the Wilson Barn that's right here where they do like holiday events and stuff like that, so that was cool. And we just kept going down and then turned back into driver's ed school or whatever. Wow, so much stuff all wrapped up in one journey. A lot of fun that was. Afterwards, had our talk for a good while and stuff like that, and my mom I had to sign stuff like that. Good stuff. And then all of a sudden, I was there and stuff like that, getting out of the car, driver's window right here, and my old friend Jordan, who I've never really brought up much before, his mom is very nice, and she's still good friends with my mom. I'm still friendly with Jordan Walsh. We never really talk or see each other very much anymore. She randomly stopped by, just drove into the back of the building area, kind of waving and saying hi with Amelia, her young daughter, and stuff like that. I guess she was taking her to do dance recital or wherever, right next to her, next to the driver's ed place. And afterwards, we said our byes to her and then went back in there to say hi to Elza, but she wasn't there. But guess who we did come across instead? My cousin Kendall, who also goes to Franklin. I need to show them off to you sometime as well. He was on TV, by the way, because he's a hockey player. We came across his mom, Jen, and we talked about that and driver's ed and how I finished up and how school's going. We asked her how Kendall's doing. He's doing good, but he doesn't like school. And how to set up Secretary of State crap. I don't care about that kind of stuff. I want to stay as much of a kid as I can currently instead of being so overly political based like some kids in my school. Logan Higgins. I'm saying some of this stuff like you already know. Anyways, yeah, we talked with her and had our byes, and then got out and head back home, and there was my dad with his friend Darla and stuff like that, and I got to tell her all about that. And then they left and then came back with ice cream for us. That was nice. And I was thinking to myself, so many people and so many things and places all at once. What else now? My Aunt Teresa's gonna call. Jeff, perhaps? Sandy? Alan? And guess what? Alan, who has a cottage cabin place up north, kind of. Not Jeff's cottage, which is up on like the lake beach. Alan's is in like a little river area. I think I've showcased it before. Well, Alan called, and Sandy called as well. Sandy's responsible for getting me a lot of movies. And she also has a few cats, like Oliver, who passed away late in 2019, and Zuzu, and Luna Bella, and what's his name? It's been a while since we've been over there, so I kind of forgot his name now. He used to, yeah, dang, I forgot. He used to have fangs, but now he doesn't. So yeah, I just wanted to share this whole little story with you guys. A whole lot of stuff all happening at once. Kind of cool. It's funny seeing this whole driver's ed thing all turning into such a recap of my life in a way. I think that's really cool and surreal. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Catch you guys over the weekend when I record videos like my diecast hunting and stuff like that, which I'll do this weekend. And wish me luck on getting a Mac iCar. I need him badly. So badly.